Hey everybody, I just wanted to make another update video to my CPAP progress. I made two videos before, I hate my CPAP and CPAP update number 1, so this is CPAP update number 2. I wanted to say, first of all, thanks everybody to all the people who have been watching the videos on this. I've had kind of a decent amount of views and a lot of really nice comments, so thank you very much for very supportive comments. There have been a couple of jerk comments, but I got rid of those people and they can take a flying leap. But anyway, so the real short story, I'm going to try and keep this semi-short. I have apnea, found out a few years ago. Didn't want to do CPAP, finally gave in to the CPAP. Got a CPAP through my insurance, couldn't stand it, couldn't tolerate it, that's the terminology. Can't tolerate it, and fought it, and also at that time my insurance changed. I got the CPAP and then my insurance for work changed, so that just made everything more confusing. Then I couldn't keep going back to the same pulmonologist. Anyway, so I wasn't compliant on the CPAP they gave me, so they took it away, and I was just going, yeah, that's fine, whatever you want to do. And a little time goes by. What I wound up doing is buying my own CPAP, just on my own, and then I just started playing around with it, tried to use it. That way I could use it off and on as I wanted to. I didn't feel like I had to try and make it work every night. I was just, and get frustrated with it. And then through my new insurance, I got another pulmonologist, and she has been wonderful. She has given me some Lovenox, and no, not Lovenox, excuse me, that's a blood thinner, Lunesta. She gave me Lunesta, and that isn't quite as powerful as Ambien. I talked about the Ambien in the other video. I've had that before, and that just knocks you straight out. The Lunesta is real nice. It really just kind of cranks you down slowly, and it helps you fall asleep with the mask on. This is the machine I have. It's a Philips Respironic Dream Station, and I have had a lot of success with that. And I'll show you the machine here in just a second, a little bit more. I've actually been able to use it now, and it's made a pretty big difference, and it's been really great. So I've had success, thankfully. Everybody out there keeps saying, just keep trying, keep trying. You got to try a bunch of different masks until you finally find the one that works for you, and that's very true. And finally, what happened was, let me show you these. Here's my assortment of masks and supplies. That inevitably you wind up getting a bunch of stuff trying to make it work. This is what I had before. It's a ResMed, I forget which one, AirFit F10, and it's got silicone around, and it was really awkward. I have to use a full face mask because I sleep with my mouth open, and I just can't make the nasal one work. This was, I mean, okay, but it would just leak. The silicone would just wind up leaking. I tried a nasal one. This is actually really comfortable, but again, I sleep with my mouth open. This is a Swift FX, and it's just nasal pillows, and it's really comfortable. And I've even tried a chin strap, and I just can't get it to work. Here is the Swift FX package. It's made by ResMed, and it has different nasal pillow sizes, and it comes with an extender piece. Here's the original tubing for my Dream Station. This is a ResMed Liberty, Mirage Liberty mask, which is actually pretty cool. The design is really cool. It's got nasal pillows on the top, and then this part goes over your mouth. But I was still having all these leaks down here where my chin goes, and that was very frustrating. So what the difference maker was this. Finally, I got a made by ResMed. It's an AirTouch F20, and there it is. And the difference in this is this has memory foam around the part that touches your face. So that made a huge difference. and it's very, you know, it's memory foam. It's very squishy and very soft, and it's easier to clean. Actually, you just get little wipey antibacterial wipers, and you just wipe it clean. And also, what I've gotten recently is heated tubing for the CPAP. It looks the same as the original tubing, except it's got this heating element in the prong, and I'm not sure if there's a heating element in the tubing itself, but it's got this pronged part where you just snap it in like that, and it heats the air. Let me get this open, which is really nice in the colder months because it just it makes it more comfortable. And you can also control the amount of condensation that's in it. The Dream Station is really cool. You can go to your info and take a look at this. This is my average. My one-day average, this is last night, I wore for 6.8 hours, 7-day average, 5.5 hours, 30-day average, 4 hours. There was a period of time for about, I don't know, 2 weeks where I just didn't use it. I wound up sleeping on the couch. But, so that brought that down. But I've been using it anywhere between, you know, 3 and 6. One day I had 8 hours of sleep with it on, which was amazing. This is my AHI, apnea hypopnea index. It has been about 10, averaging 10 for a long time. I got it down last night to 8.7, which is good. You want to try and get that below 5. I'm not 100% sure why, but that's all I know is that you really want to work to get that down. And mask fit with this new mask has been almost 100% all the time, which has been great. And this is just more stuff, periodic breathing, the 9% pressure. This has been a big deal for me. I'll talk about it in just a second, but the 9% of the time, the max pressure is at a 9. And what happened with all that, that was another situation that I had to deal with. Once I got the machine, and this happened with the original ResMed machine, I'd fall asleep with the mask on, and then I'd wake up because the mask is just blowing full force in my face. What happens is it's an auto CPAP machine, and it has a ramp feature, and the ramp starts at 4, that's the minimum. And then when you fall asleep, this is a really smart machine, it ramps up. It knows when you fall asleep. I don't know how, but it just does. The technology is amazing. It ramps up, but the problem was it was set all the way to 20, which is the maximum for the ramping, the maximum pressure. So what I did was I got in there and I figured out how to adjust all the clinical settings by myself. And I saw some videos, and they said where it's set at the 90% pressure, where it's the pressure where it is 90% of the time, that's probably where you want to be about your max. So what I did is I set it down to 9, the maximum on the ramp, and that made a huge difference. So 2 things: the mask with the foam, that was a big game changer there, and then the ramp, I notched that down to the maximum at 9. And that's really about it. I have been doing a lot better. I'm not real high energy. I'm not a higher energy kind of person. I hear a lot of people say they use their CPAP machine, they start feeling better, and they got full of energy, and they're working out all the time. I'm not like that anyway. But I do feel better. I'm not exhausted 24 hours a day. I still get tired quite a bit, but it's not nearly as bad, and I do feel better. So that's awesome. I'll be honest with you, what scared me the most, I knew it was bad. I know apnea is bad, and I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to deal with the CPAP. But I started seeing, I work in a hospital, I started seeing people at work who would come in, kind of really big people usually, and they have apnea, and I'm doing my job, and they can't stay awake, and they start choking, and you're just sitting there watching them because they can't breathe, but they can't stay awake. And I saw several patients like that over the last 6 months to a year, and it just really scared me to death. So that, I had to have a little motivation, a little bit of an attitude adjustment, because yes, I was really cranky, and quite whiny about using the CPAP, especially in the beginning. And I know that, but what are you going to do? But anyway, it's made a big difference. I'm doing a lot better. My pulmonologist is really cool with me having my own machine. And she's cool with me having my own machine, because I just go in there and I make the adjustments myself. And I just report back to her and I bring the machine, she looks at it, and everything's is cool with her. So anyway, that's about it. Thanks again for everybody and their nice comments. I appreciate it. And also, I might as well say too, if you have apnea, you've got to deal with it. And a CPAP machine is the best solution for the apnea, but it's also the most difficult to deal with. So I've had I think I mentioned this in another video, I had something called a pillar procedure, where they put little stitches, little sutures in the back of your throat, the soft palate. And the idea is it's supposed to harden it up so it doesn't fall back and choke you. But that didn't last very long. It worked for about a month and I felt better, but after that it stopped working. So there you go. Anyways, on my bed frame, I've had a couple of people comment on that, that's saying they really like the bed frame. I know it's huge. Someone asked me if that's the Pope's bed frame. Yes, it's the Pope's bed frame. So anyway, thanks everybody. Again, thanks for the comments. Thanks for watching. And if I have any more updates, I'll make sure and make a video for that. So anyway, thanks a lot everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.